Okay, we are now live on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. My name is Keith Hampton, and I am so blessed to have a couple of incredible people that invented this wonderful place called BitcoinTAF.com. I was first introduced to this way back in 2016, and it has been an incredible journey. Like a lot of people that are interested in cryptocurrencies, it's difficult today finding people of integrity and honesty and have good sound information that can really guide you through this whole process. So I'd like to introduce a couple of wonderful people that I have known now for 10 years, Wendy and Marius Landman. Welcome to this seminar.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Keith. It's great to be here.
You bet. Who would like to go first? You guys offer so much in this organization that I've just been so impressed with all the technical training and education and the long-term forecasting, which really, Marius, I must admit, your algorithms are incredible. How you manage to be that accurate on a macro level is still, I find, astounding. It really blows me away. So, how did you develop that, Marius, in the early days?
Oh,
Steve, or Keith, thank you for that question. It goes back a very long time ago, I was working in Australia in the oil and gas industry, and I'm just going to try and do it really quickly.
Mhm.
Mention that quickly. So I was working in the oil and gas industry, and what we did is we had access to a lot of data from all the oil and gas companies around the world. Literally everybody, Shell, BP, Woodside, you name them, Schlumberger, we had it all there, Halliburton. So what we did is we used the data of their fatalities, near misses, and incidents. And a lot of this data goes back 100 years ago. So what we did is we plotted down when they had a fatality, a near miss, and an incident on a weekly, monthly, yearly level, and a little bit shorter timeframes. And what we did is we threw that over into a chart when we did presentations around the world. And in Australia, I did a presentation about HSE, and I showed what happened in the past, and I showed the cycles, and I didn't think anything about that. Year in 2010, 12, 13, 14, 15, we were using that. We were updating the data. Customers would send us the data. We'd update the information. And we had a chart pattern that looked almost similar to Bitcoin. Okay, so fast
Mm.
forward now to 2016. I was looking at Bitcoin as an investment, and I went like, my goodness, this chart pattern, I've seen this pattern somewhere. And I was driving home and I suddenly realized, man, that is the exact pattern that I've seen in the oil and gas industry, fatalities, near misses, and incidents. We went
Mm.
back to the office. I downloaded the data of Bitcoin on the daily chart, plotted it, manipulated the data a little bit, and I realized that I can overlay that, and that's the pattern. And I figured for myself that I said, what is happening here that these things are similar? And I discovered that it's got to do with human behavior. And the chart patterns, the more I got into, let's say, stock market and Bitcoin and cryptos, I realized it's all about people, what people do, think, what they say. And then eventually, this is what we are using now. Now, we've changed the pattern slightly now. We include chart patterns now from gold, silver, a whole bunch of other stocks. And we've got a fairly well developed chart pattern. And as you notice, we call the falling knife 1. We are now in falling knife 2, and falling knife 2 is about to end very soon, and we should have an upcycle very quick.
So
Over to you,
basically,
Keith.
what you're
Thank you.
talking about is this pattern here that I just brought up on the screen, where we've got the F1 I call falling knife 1, and now you say we're now into this falling knife 2.
Correct. And if you look at that from the bottom there, where we call that banana move, where it says number 15 knowledge pattern, we started going up there. We created those gates to the upside, the Jaffa gate, quick Zion gate, the dung gate was complete. That is also the one where we said that there's going to be supernatural intervention, and the person will come out and says, by the grace of God, by supernatural intervention, my life got saved. And little did we know that we were talking about Donald Trump. Everybody knows he turned his ear got clipped, and then we also predicted that bull run or that vertical spike right up there to the number 4 Damascus Gate. Now we're on the top there. This is now the completion of Damascus Gate, and there's now gate number 5 that is about to start. And that's exactly what you've got there. That's actually a good visual that you have there, Keith.
Well, thank you. I've been listening to you for all those years, and I took it upon myself to build this into my own charts so that I have a constant reminder that whenever I doubt what's happening in the market, I go back and look at the accuracy that you have been able to develop. What I find so amazing is that when you look at this on a macro level, not on a timestamp level, this seems to always play out. The frustrating part that I think a lot of people have in the crypto market is the time element gets stretched and compressed by the deep state or by somebody. And that's probably the most difficult thing for most people in this marketplace. In fact, I would imagine today there's a lot of people that are fairly, what you would say, depressed as what's going on in the marketplace. But you share with us the amazing things to keep us focused, to keep looking at the long term, that we are going to be just fine, that there is going to be a future. And that's so important for us people investing in the cryptocurrency space. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Wendy, you've been involved in this crypto space. In fact, from what I understand, you kind of started dabbling in it before Marius did. And you developed a little different style of trading and investing. Maybe I get you to share some of your knowledge.
Oh, sure, I'd love to. Yes, back in the day, many years ago, when Bitcoin came across our plates in cryptocurrency, Marius and I were both invested in other things, stocks, silver, gold, lots of different things. Like anybody else, any other family, couple, or whatever is investing in land, property. You got lots of different things you can invest in. But I was trying to figure out what would move better, faster, and there was a lot of hype about cryptocurrency at that time. So I took it upon myself to learn how to work out cryptocurrency. And so I started investing in the altcoins and I started making money. And Marius on the side, unbeknownst to me, was also doing the same thing. So he was investing in the big coins, like long-term investment coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, uh, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, a lot of those bigger coins. I was in every single little altcoin that you could possibly get in. So I just figured if I bought $10 of everything, one of them would pop and I would be a millionaire one day. So that was my intent in the very beginning. But as we approached Marius's algorithm and as he started getting involved and seeing that we were both making money in cryptocurrency, we decided to go all in. And at that particular point, we were watching Bitcoin on the algorithm pump on the day, on the hour, and we knew exactly when it was going to do. But now we can't predict the time. But with the algorithm still stands true on the direction and where it's going, and we just have to be patient on what the world events. But for me, I don't have the patience for long term. So what I decided to do was set out to learn how to Forex trade. And it's a very difficult, very complex market, and it takes time to learn how to do that. As well, I found that applying the principles that I learned from Forex trading to cryptocurrency worked out a whole lot better. The indicators are a lot different. So I applied different indicators and I found what worked and what didn't work, and I simplified the process on the indicators. I applied it and I was a fast trader. So I wanted to see my money like anybody else. Patience is something that I don't have for long-term crypto investments. That's my husband. Me, I've tried it. It just doesn't pan out fast enough for me. And I wanted to also find a way to help people make money every day, trading every day. If this was what I was going to do and be on the screens to help people make money, bread and butter money, basically, and to help pay the bills, I needed to formulate some indicators that worked. And we have that now. We have a course, an online course that we give. But in all honesty, a lot of the courses out there don't offer live support. And that's where we probably excel better than any other course out there is the fact that we have been consistent. We've been in the business for 10 years now, training and education. We have a good reputation. We have a huge global community, probably the biggest one out there. And we continue to work on customer service as our top priority. We want people to become good at crypto. And we know that there are people like you out there, Keith, that give back to the community, and you have been with us for a long time. People just don't leave. They know that they've got a good product. They know that they've got good training and education, and they're wanting to make money in crypto. So that's how I got started in it. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, there's so much now that you folks offer with the training and education level. We have, everywhere from the beginner trader, which is what you focus on with a lot of the introductory training and foundational work. But you've also developed, some tools that could be used for longer term trading as well with a tool called HoloFire, which I've, featured on this call numerous times.
Yeah.
And people can go back and look at all that and the power of it. But since then, of course, we've now brought in other experts like Nico and Corey, who developed the ultimate trading courses that really are, in my opinion, the best in the world. And so we're starting to get a lot of people wanting to know more about us, and they want to share this knowledge about us. And so, Mary, I believe you've developed an affiliate program to help people if you want to share this good news with others. So maybe you could talk about that a bit.
Yeah, 100%. I can quickly go through that. Okay, as the company has grown, Keith, since 2016, and remember we started here in 2016. What happened is people would refer other people to Bitcoin Trainer Forecast, and then they would get like a referral commission. So what we did is we developed this affiliate revenue plan, and so far we have paid out in terms of Bitcoin over $5 million worth of Bitcoin commissions. So when we started here in 2016, this is now the updated affiliate plan, which came out yesterday, 23 February. It will be uploaded today on the website. There's basically 7 ways that people can earn money. And I'll just quickly go through that. The first one is a referral bonus. You refer somebody, you get paid money. Second one is a team bonus. You basically build, you yourself come in, you bring someone in here, you bring a next person in, and they will bring people in. Everybody talks to people, and as these legs grow and you bring more people in, what happens is there's a business volume that you create. And let's say, for example, if that business volume is 3,000 and this business volume is 3,000 at that point, then we take the matching volume and you then get paid $300 of that matching volume per week. So we calculate that per week. Then you get a bronze achievement bonus. If you bring someone in here, you bring someone in there, you help them to bring 2 people in, one person there, one person there. Then you've achieved your bronze, and then you make $240. And there's also a first order bonus. You bring somebody in, they buy, for example, the long-term trade report, you get $25 or $50 as a first order bonus. There's a business builder bonus that you also get, the rank advancement, and then a leadership bonus. If somebody wants to build a business, they get into it and they want to make 100, 200,000 a year, make a living out of this, you can make some real big money. So the referral bonus, I'm not going to get too much on that, but that basically is just you refer somebody, you get paid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10%. Team bonus, self-explanatory, exactly what I said there. That's you, your sponsor. You have to get in with a sponsor. When you are here, you sponsor another person, meaning you just tell them about BitcoinTAF.com. They come in, they sign up. And as I explained previously, when your BV, your business volume, matches, in this case, there's 1,100 that match. So this person would get $110. And then in this case, we also pay out like a little bit extra commission. So in this case, this model tells you that for that week, that person would make $147.50. And this can count up very, very big. When the volume for that week is something like 20,000 and 20,000 there's 2,000, Then you get here to your bronze executive. We want to reward people for bringing people in and help them to be successful. You bring in Sally. Sally brings in Mike and Joey, and they are successful. Each time that you create a bronze executive, meaning that Sally becomes bronze when 2 people are there, you make $240 just very quickly.
Right.
And then you get your first order bonus, like what we say on the long-term trade, for example, you get $51 or $21, depending on the product you buy. We want to reward people for bringing people in. And remember, you get paid this for life. You know, we are now 10 years old. We expect we'll be here for the next 100 years. When I'm past, past due, gone to heaven, hopefully someone else will take the business out over and grow it a lot bigger. And we want to reward people so that people can make money. Now, remember, this is only the affiliate side. Apart from that, we do a lot of work by helping people. We spend hours and hours and hours teaching, training people. We want to train you to be successful so that you can think on your own. Keith, it's way too long that these banks have been taking money from the little guy. We put your money in a bank, we get barely 1%. But the banks take our money and they go and trade it in the world stock markets and make 50, 60, 100%. So that day is over, and we need to realize that cryptocurrencies is for us, the little guy. We are not part of Wall Street. We don't like them. They are there. That's fine. But we need to carve out our own way. If we're going to be successful, we all need to stick together. So this is what we do. We reward people for bringing people to BitcoinTAF.com, and we help people basically be successful by trading yourself. Think for yourself. We don't want to give you a signal and just say, hey, here's a coin XYZ, trade that and sell here, and boom, you're out. Everybody comes to us and says, how did you know this coin is going to do that? And this is what we do. Then the fifth way of making money is your business builder bonus. That bonus basically get attached to your business volume and make money there. And then we've got these rank advancements. I'm just quickly going to go through that. A customer can sign up. They don't need to do the affiliate. They can just become a non-binary customer or a customer. As a customer, you can still make a little bit of money.
We just lost him. Hold on, his microphone went out.
Just let me know when I'm back.
You're back. You're back. There you go.
Okay, so you can sign up as a non-binary customer if you don't have to be an affiliate, and then you can sign up as a customer. As a customer, you can have the products, but you're not going to earn any money. You have to be an active customer, meaning that you must have one active product. And then you become a business builder. That means that you come in, you've got a business builder subscription, which is about, I believe it's $25 or $50 a year, something like that. And then what happens is you bring in two people, one that's active and the other one that's active, one on each side. Let's say two people. And then what happens here is that your maximum earning per week, your potential is about 8,000 a week. And this is not all. This is only when you're a business builder. Now you get into the big boy club here when you become a bronze executive. We've got multiple bronze executives in the company, and your maximum potential is about 10,000 a week. But before you hit that, you'll move over to silver, and then you'll move over to gold. To give you an idea, I don't build the business full time, but I'm a gold executive. Everybody that I meet and everybody that I talk to, if they want to know about cryptos, I tell them, get into this and bring your friends and family along. That's simple, Keith. And I can tell you that I make on average last year I made about $109,000 US. Okay. That gives you an idea. Right. And so you can make up to about 15,000 a week. Okay. So it gives you an idea of what you can make. And then if I want to work a little bit harder, but remember, I also operate the business. I have to do the reports. I've got a lot of other things. I don't do it full time. I would love to do it full time. But when people do it full time, the money is literally unlimited. And then from your Emerald executive, you can become a diamond, a black diamond, a blue diamond, all that. Now, for anybody that reaches the rank of diamond, there's I think it is a $200,000 check that lies there. If you reach that rank, we will quietly send that to you. Nobody needs to know. And that money, unless you want it to be known, but it's up to you. And then there's also then leadership bonuses once you get into these ranks of executive elite. And there's a few Q&A here, but now we have done a study here on the income disclosure statement. If you look at a business builder on average, the annualized income is about 10,000, a bronze about 20, a silver about 39, a gold about 67. And as I say, last year I earned 109,000. You can make more. That's just the average. And then your emeralds about 124,000 a year. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of time to work on this. I look at this average, time that people say they spend. And remember, this is done with statistics from approximately, I believe it is about 42,000 affiliates since 2016. And they have told us this is the average. I find it hard to believe, because I can tell you this now, for me as a gold, the amount of time that I work there is probably about 20 hours a week. Okay, but this is just the average. Many people, if you want to make more money, you just have to work. And Keith, as you know, nothing in life comes easy. And then we've got business partners. They make around 214,000 on average about a year, and they would work about 40 hours plus. That's just a quick update on the this affiliate business plan. It will be uploaded on the database or at bitcointaf.com probably today or tomorrow. Thank you, Keith.
Oh, well, you're welcome. I'm just blown away by, again, you are wanting to reward all the people in BitcoinTAF.com. Like, just as a customer, which is what primarily I've always been, it's been wonderful for me to be invested in cryptocurrency and to be trading and making money on a regular basis. That, to me, has been overpowering. Now, with your affiliate program, for all you folks out there that really enjoy sharing good news with others, this is the place to be. You know that you're sharing an incredible, honest, and accurate piece of information that everybody can benefit from it. So that's wonderful. So that's thank you so much for sharing that. So Wendy, you mentioned that you have developed that. A tool to help people get started in trading, and I think it's called the HODL Fire. Can you maybe share your
Sure.
screen or tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the best and fastest way to get involved in cryptocurrency. There's a lot of people that are not sure whether they want to take a course, they want to test the waters, and they want to, hold on, where are we at? There you go. Okay, you should be able to see my screen now.
You bet.
Okay, great. So this is the tool that you're going to get. And I know that doesn't look like much right now, okay, but it's an extremely powerful tool. So what I want to show you is it can work on every commodity out there on TradingView. So TradingView is a charting app that almost all traders use. And so this is where our private script lies, and this is where we manually give it out. You won't find it in the free indicators. We do charge for this indicator, but it is extremely powerful. It's 26 pages of coding, and it rocks an 85 to 100% accuracy rate. And I know that sounds high, but it really does. You need to back test it yourself. We give you a whole week free access to this. We do not take a payment method. If you apply the code HODLFire7, which is on the product, you'll be able to just apply that code and put in your request. We'll need your TradingView username and we'll give it to you. So what is it? It's called the neon green HODL Fire. You can see it right here. This is on a coin that most people probably are not trading. But this is what we teach and educate people on in our courses. The HODL Knots Foundational course is your first stop. So if you really want to learn how to trade, you need to learn how to read the charts, read the indicators, and we simplify all of that for you in a beautiful online course. It's 50 modules. You can start it today if you get on there. I did have an exchange recently that asked me why it's not very expensive. And we endeavor to keep the price down as much as possible so that people can afford to get trained and educated. Most courses out there that you're going to find that are worth anything are $5,000 to $10,000 to take them, and then they charge you $200 or $300 a month for live support to stay with them. And we are under $1,000. So I will tell you that we are by far probably one of the cheapest ones out there for the quality that you get. It's 50 modules, live course. Help every single week that you can jump on the calls and get help. But this, if you have not tried cryptocurrency, give this a go. The HODL Fire is for every single trader. And you can see this coin right here, Kite, it's still going. And what we do is we buy these bottom pivots and then we cash out at these top pivots. This one just recently ran and we're just going to go over a period of time. I'm on the day chart right now. But for a lot of our traders, once you're educated and you learn how to trade, you're going to move down on the time frame. So if we look at the 1 hour, and we also use other indicators as well, but this one will help the non-educated person be able to help trade successfully. So on this coin, you can see here we have free videos that go with this indicator to teach you enough so you can get started. We want you above this red line that we give you, which is the trend line. And you can see here, if you work the bottom pivot, the buy tag confirms the pivot, the bottom's in, and then you trade it up. You don't know anything else. Okay. You trade it to the top pivot, followed by sell tag, you're out of the coin. Okay. This right here was 37%. Now, what you will notice is that I'm on the 1 hour time frame chart. So this particular buy was on February 8th, and the cash out would have been 2 days later on the 10th. And 37% profit on $1,000 is $370 for a period of 2 days of holding. So a lot of people want to know how to make a living at this. This indicator alone is worth its weight in gold. You would have more than made enough for this indicator. I did have a call yesterday, as a matter of fact, with another gentleman who runs a trading platform in another country. And he basically said, well, that's great, but he's not into crypto yet. And he's getting ready to advance into crypto. So he'll be taking our course. But he says, does this work on, he does futures, options, and stocks. So I tell them, yes, if you just go here on your trading view, and instead of crypto, let's go to stocks. And we tried it out. And I said, on stocks, let's put in Tesla, for instance. If you're trading Tesla, you want to know where the bottom is or where the top is on Tesla. You pull up the NASDAQ, and then here we have it. It works perfectly. Okay, to know when the tops are in. And we recommend that unless you're an experienced trader and you know how to read other indicators, you stay away from underneath this 200. So when it's underneath the 200, the trend is down in Tesla, and we're waiting for it to cross back over this red line. So you will be able to still make money where nobody else is making money in the downtrends. So this, it also works, if you look at this, on Forex. It works on options, which a lot of people are asking about. It works on gold, silver, any of these charts it will work on. But we primarily at Bitcoin Trend and Forecast, we do focus on crypto because we know that in crypto, it is the large percentage gains that you're looking at getting, especially like on Bitcoin. So if we look at Bitcoin, we know exactly when the bottom's in. I'm on the 1 hour and the bottom is not in yet. We've got a bottom pivot here, but we're waiting for it to turn around and give us a top pivot. So you could hold through all of this, or if you're a seasoned trader, you will know when to get in and out a little bit better. But on Bitcoin, a lot of people trade on the 8-hour chart. And you can see here, we would have gotten out of the trade here, and now we're waiting for the buyback and getting a lower price. So for all of those people who are trading bigger money, we work these higher time frames with Marius, and we also have an inner circle and trade partners that they trade along with us. We do not give you information on financial advice, but we do tell you what we are allowed to tell you what we're doing, and you can follow us. So this is the advantage of those people who have bigger money, and how they do it is they follow our algorithm and they follow our techniques. But this is running in a channel right here sideways, and we're waiting for the blast off like Marius showed you earlier. We're waiting for that next move. How do you know when that next move is in? Wait for this bottom pivot. And the great thing about this, Keith, is that it has built-in alerts. So if you go in here, you can see that you can do alerts on all of these, the bottom, the top, the neon bars, which we use on all time frames to show a big volume, either sell off, or we're looking for these neon green ones. And that means there's a lot of buyers coming in. So the tool is extremely powerful, and again, works on all the commodities that you have. But, we offer it free to everybody to use for a week. So it's not a difficult one, and it has a really high win rate on it. So you can back test it yourself. We have a lot of experienced traders that like to back test So we've had, it's 3 years in the making now, and we offer it at such a low price that people question whether it's good or not. And I'm just like, don't let the low price fool you. It is powerful. And now that the word is out, lots of people are buying it for the year because they're afraid we're going to go up on our prices on it. They're like, I'm going to grab this for a whole year. Just had one come in just a little while ago. But, we endeavor to keep the prices low because we want people to get in crypto, and we want them, again, we're about training and education. We don't trade for you. That's not something we do, even though we've had lots of people ask us to do that. We prefer to teach you how to trade and trade successfully so that you can go out there and make yourself in abundance and then help other people. So get your HODL fire. Test it out.
It's awesome. I've been using it ever since you've come out with it, and of course, I've been trained by Nico and Corey on utilizing other indicators, and the confluence between them is just phenomenal. It really does make your trading that much more successful. So, folks, this is the opportunity for you to take advantage of it. In fact, Wendy, I'm just going to share my screen for a second.
Sure.
I believe you offered a special for day. Well, we're on this call. If you use the link at the bottom of my screen, you can get an additional 7 days bonus utilizing this coupon. So you could be trying it out for 14 days instead of 7 days. So
correct.
Take advantage of that. I mean, it's powerful. It really, really is. So I'll leave it up on the screen there so that people can make sure they get a copy of that. And that will be on the YouTube so they can get the replay of this as well. So,
right.
Mary,
Can I interrupt you for just a minute there, Keith? If they are already in Bitcoin Trend and Forecast, okay, and they've already got an account and they can't use that link because they're already in Bitcoin Trend and Forecast, if they're watching this video and if they would like a second week free for new customers, they can still put in a support ticket and we will honor that. We want people to be able to use it if they're new, and we want to give them 2 weeks free.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is just fantastic. So that's really, really good news. Well, I'd like to thank you folks so much for coming on today and introducing yourselves, and people want to know more about you. Who are you and your backgrounds? And I always believe that honesty is the best policy, and that's what I loved about you and Marius. You've been 100% of integrity and honesty with me for over 10 years, and I just wanted to share that with the world. So that's my mission, is to bring you folks to the world so that you can help as many people as possible. And so with that, thank you again for coming on today. And I hope to see you folks in another broadcast down the road. So
We'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, because we're constantly have new products. We've got a new product out as well, just to quickly mention it, on the HODL Fire course. So that one has just been recently launched, and we're having some great success with it as well. And as well as our online course for HODL Foundation. That has been a work in progress over the last couple of years. So we love what we do. Marius's signature product, the long-term trade reports, Elliott Wave. We have a huge following. So they've been with us for many years, just like yourself. So we're here. We'll come back, and we appreciate the invite to be on this call.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Steve.
Well,
I keep saying
you.
Steve. Thank you, Keith.
I don't know why you're calling him Steve. His name's Keith.
Keith.
It's all good.
That's my brother, Steve.
There you go.
Thanks again, folks, for coming on, and we'll see you hopefully another day. So take care, everybody, and bye for now.
Thank you, Keith.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.